Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first official The Division Weekly podcast. This is something, man, I've been waiting to do for several years since the launch of the Division 2, and just hasn't really come to fruition until now due to work and busy life stuff. But now, since we have gotten confirmation just yesterday about the brand new Division 2 content that is coming our way, I just wanted to talk about the new game mode, some of the information I have, and then kind of probably quickly go over some other topics. So this might not be too long, but we'll definitely take a look at some things we want to talk about here. So if you didn't hear, as of yesterday, the Division 2 developers dropped a major news bombshell on the community yesterday about the brand new PTS that's coming to the Division. The preload starts actually later today, as this is being recorded. Later today, I believe at about 10 a.m. Eastern, is when you can preload the PTS if you have the PC version. This will not be available on consoles, and I will explain about why in a minute here. And then once you get the preload down, the PTS will go live on April 1st at around about 5 a.m. Eastern. So that's actually going to be about 4 a.m. my time in the morning on Friday, so tomorrow.
Agent requesting backup.
So far, according to Morten Ryberg, he is the product director for the Division 2. He stated that the new game mode is confirmed to be a new PvE mode, and it's called Countdown. Now, no other details were given about the new game mode, but one of the YouTubers on YouTube who covers YouTube quite a bit, I'm not going to mention who he is just in case of any sort of NDA type things, but he did state in a recent video that the new mode Countdown sounds kind of like how it is. There is a time limit where you have a certain amount of objectives to do, and you have to do those objectives within a certain time limit, and also extract or get items, and then extract at the end with time available. So hopefully that info is correct. If it's anything like the time leagues that we get for the manhunts, it would be really disappointing, because that sort of content during the seasonal stuff isn't really too fun. It's too easy. The rewards are really nice that you get, but otherwise, other than that, it's not the best. So we'll have to see. Some other things that are coming with the PTS, with the new content, obviously on PC, they are going to introduce NVIDIA DLSS. So if you have an RTX card, you'll be able to take advantage of DLSS, which is really nice. And then the expertise system that they talked about, leveling up your gear, your weapons, and your gear to a higher proficiency, that system will be available in the PTS for testing. Unfortunately, the specialization revamp that they talked about a couple months ago during one of their Intelligence Annex interviews or their articles won't be in the PTS or in Season 9 when it releases due to some technical reasons that they're still working out. All right, so talking about the preload for PTS, some people have wondered how come the console versions are not going to be getting any of that information, or the PTS in that matter, is mainly because of the certifications for console versions. They have to go through Microsoft and Sony to get any sort of approval, and that can take up to 3 weeks' time. So having the PTS on the PC version on their own client, where they can release updates and patches at their own will, is way faster than waiting for a company to certify certain patches and updates. So that's why you will most likely never see a PTS on console for Division 2. It's just way easier to put it on PC, release it at will, and that's it. Alright. Let's see, some other topics going into. Oh, yes. So there were some questions going around about the information, why they still haven't kind of released any sort of more official information about some of the content other than what they stated in their announcement. It's mainly because they stated due to current world events with the Ukraine-Russia conflict that's going on. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with the Division 2 storyline in seasons 3 and 4 with Barden Schaefer and Fei Lao. They talked about how Natalia Sokolov, who is the CEO and actually the main leader of the Black Tusk PMC, she comes into the story because Barden Schaefer is captured. Fei Lao is apparently captured as well. So the only person who's still running the Black Tusk is going to be Natalia Sokolov. And if that name rings a bell to you, there is a gear set in the game called the Sokolov Concern, which is a military gear set that you can actually collect in the game. I believe it is SMG based for some of the talents or some of the attributes. So that's in the game, and I'm guessing because of the Russian ties to that, they don't want to advertise or display any sort of content related to that due to what's going on. So, which is totally fine. That's understandable. Let's see, what else do we got? There was some speculation that this was an April Fool's joke, this update. It is definitely not. The devs have confirmed that this is not an April Fool's joke at any means. So PTS will be up on April Fool's, of course, April 1st, but that has nothing to do with coinciding with April Fool's Day. There's been some new hiring positions available that were posted for Massive Entertainment at their Malmo, Sweden office, their headquarters. So that's really nice because this new content that is currently being developed is actually being developed by Ubisoft Bucharest, which is in a completely different area in Europe. I think only a few people like Yannick and a few other devs are overseeing the content at Massive, while Ubisoft Bucharest is handling all the development. So they're doing like a remote type function to where they can work on it remotely, going back and forth between Massive and Bucharest for the content. I think that's kind of one of the reasons why the content has taken, up to this time, almost 14 months to be developed. And that's mainly because back in year 2, Massive got the Star Wars license, and they were still working on Avatar. But once they got the Star Wars license to start working on Star Wars, Ubisoft just kind of, Massive can't really work on Division 2 anymore, so we're going to scrap all Division 2 content and the dev team, which is basically what they did, and start development on Star Wars. And there's a huge outcry from the community. Ubisoft is like, yeah, you're right. This game is huge. The community is huge. We're going to start doing more content. So it took a long time to get another team together and develop content. So that's why there's been a 14 plus month gap between year 2 and now we're in year 4. So I expect the PTS to probably go for about 3 weeks to about a month, and then there's probably be about another month of work of development on the PTS, and then you'll see it go live probably by June or so. So by then it'd be 16 months, which is quite a long time. Let's see, what else do we got to talk about? Playtests are still continuing for Heartland, but there's no active release date. I received a playtest to do Heartland a couple of weeks ago, so that was fun. I can't talk about it due to NDA, of course, and then I did get a few more invites for some additional dates in the future, so we'll see if I get picked for those. But Heartland is definitely coming together, and I expect hopefully a more official response, or not a response, but a official release, hopefully by summer or late summer. Let's see what else we got going on here. I think that actually really covers a lot that I have. So this is kind of a very impromptu podcast here. I'm still trying to get used to doing the format and everything else here, but I appreciate you listening, and I will be streaming the content, the PTS content on my Twitch channel, which is going to be twitch.tv/Hykcraft, HYKCRAFT. And this is part of the divisionweekly.com website. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Talk to you later.